Greetings and welcome back everyone to Robocraft. It has been a couple of days since the last time I posted a Robocraft video, and I am sorry about that. Several people have asked me, and where I've been asked I have answered. I've just been working on a project, specifically a Robocraft project as it happens, but as a result I haven't been spending much time on my main account. That is this one, the AVAC account. So sorry about that, but all will be made clear in due time. I'm keeping the cards a little bit close to my chest, kind of because I have to. But here we are. Now, a bit of a forward. Unfortunately, I also moved my computer and my desk recently, and as a result, a bit of a noob mistake. Didn't check that everything was configured correctly and that my microphone was being recorded. And unfortunately, my recording software thought that my microphone was my speakers. Awkward situation, that one. But as a result, I had actually already recorded an episode, and so you'll see some changes. You'll even see that change over there. And unfortunately, that footage is now lost, or rather just unusable. I don't do post-commentary. It's got no soul, man. It's all manufactured and lifeless. No. We need to be doing things in the moment. Now, so to cover what we've done, we've named the bot. It is no longer the hairbender, it is the Kestrel, a bird of prey with a distinctive reddish-orangey kind of tint to its neck, breast, and back, or at least some of them have that. I thought it was a fantastic name. There were many suggestions, things like Phoenix, Flame Arrow, which is kind of an obvious one, that one. We also had Dragonfly. I liked them all, but they were a little bit too obvious. Phoenix specifically, I mean, we could all see that one coming. Something flies and also fire. Phoenix. Also Dragon. There was one or two dragons there too. But I really liked the Kestrel. Something just clicked with it. There were a couple of other suggestions, such as Banshee, which for some reason I really liked, even though I don't really think it has that much to do with the design of this particular bot. Now, I believe the Kestrel was suggested by Symbiotic. I do apologize if I got your name wrong, but thank you very much for the suggestion. It was a good one. Now, also, since the last time I played, we have had an update. Unfortunately, I unlocked this during the last episode, but we have got aero rods. Now, to cover the patch notes, aero rods go from tier 5 to 10. They will come in 3 shapes: short, which is 3 cubes in length; L-shape, which is 3 cubes in length but curved, so it's a 3x3 effectively, and long aero rods, which are 5 cubes in length. These cubes will be lighter than the equivalent cubes of their tier, will have more health, and will only have 2 connection points. So you see the points at either end of the rod. That's the only place you can connect anything to it. But they are lighter. Let's have a quick look at this. Mass 2 kilograms for a tier 5 rod. And this has, where are you? Mass 10 kilograms, so that's 1/5. Even if you imagine the 3 blocks that it replaces, it's still lighter than that. However, 1 block of tier 5 has 475 health, 3 of them more than that, obviously, 3 times. And the aero rod only has 713. As you can obviously, that's not even the same as 2 blocks, let alone 3. Now, the way I'm thinking about this is that whilst, yes, that does mean that you are losing some health, it doesn't really matter, because if it's in a long chain, if it's literally like a support strut of blocks, like say 3 blocks long, then you only need to break one of them to disconnect the other 2 blocks. Or the other 1 block, depending on where you broke it in the middle. You still only need to break 1 block to disconnect the thing at the end of that chain. The old saying, a chain is only as strong as its weakest link. Whereas the aero rod is just 1 link in that chain, so it's not a very good chain, it's more of a ring, but it's stronger than any particular single link in the chain previously. So I'm going to say that yes, it lives up to its healthier, more tanky and much less heavy than the previous items. You can unlock them all the way up to tier 10. The same shapes. I don't think they get bigger at tier 10. They just get much more capable of resisting damage. Wow, it's only 3 kilograms at tier 10. That's actually pretty impressive. Now, as you can see, I've gone ahead and I've added a little bit here and there, but one of the biggest things about these rods, and the one that I'm probably the most excited about, is this particular use. The rods will show up in your chassis area, is this. Now, you can have curves and you can have shields and all sorts of things attached to it. Or you can do this. You can, oh, actually, let me put the mirror line in first. You can do that, and then, boom. Look at that. You can basically use it to support weapons, just to bring them out from the rest of your bot and then attach weapons to it. And that is utterly fantastic, in my opinion. Absolutely wonderful. This is something which will make things so much easier for us. Now, there are some other changes that have come through, some balance changes, and a pretty big one. Now, a lot of people have... It's kind of a dividing line. A lot of people are on either side of a fence with this one. I realize that there are many people who feel that the changes to over-tiering in games from Tier 1 to Tier 5 has ruined their ability to take their bots into the lower tiers. I myself, although I strongly oppose over-tiering, I mostly oppose over-tiering technology. So, for example, going into a Tier 5 with a Tesla Blade, considering that shouldn't be unlockable until Tier 8. The lowest tier Tesla Blade is a Tier 8 weapon. But I would quite often have Tier 6. In fact, the Kestrel had Tier 6 plasmas on it. Not so any longer. I'll give you a quick demonstration. If we take off all of this ship's weapons, we are the very... well, just shy of the middle of Tier 5. If we put one Tier 6 launcher on you, just one, we're in Tier 6 straight away. Now, if I were to take more of this stuff away, because obviously in the previous recording I did experiment a little bit with it, I was at the very beginning of Tier 5, and having one Tier 6 gun took me to the very end. I could bring one gun of Tier 6 into a Tier 5 match. There'd be no way of me bringing a Tier 7 to it. Just flat out wouldn't happen. So this has changed a lot of things, because a lot of people would sacrifice the number of guns and also their armament in order to take an over-tiered weapon into a low-tier match. And that was the way they wanted to play. And I really wish there was a way that everyone could have fun the way they want to have fun in games. But the problem is that some people's ways of having fun directly impact on the fun that other people can have. Directly oppose their fun, you could say. And there's no easy way of doing this. You'll never please everyone. And that's a shame, because I hate the idea that something that I approve of is negatively impacting everyone else, but that is what it is. I am a massive, massive supporter of this change. I think it's long overdue, honestly. I am so happy that they've gone ahead and put this in, because frankly, I really didn't like the way that new players were just being bullied, effectively, by higher tier players. So this has changed that. We have now got a lot more fairness in the lowest tiers. Let's see, how many of these can we fit? Oh, we can fit a lot more now. Oh, that's glorious. We've got 6 weapons on this now. Granted, we're still going to have to try and... you can't shoot straight forward, but it's still awesome. We'll also have another radar jammer down here, I think. There we go. Oh, that's wonderful. I approve enormously. You know what, though? Let's go ahead and armor just a couple of those points. Namely, these ones where the weapons are being attached. In fact, you know what? We can probably now afford to just go ahead and armor a lot of this, actually. There we go. Alright. Now, the Kestrel has gone from a lovely orange colour to looking like blood and muscle, really. Maybe not so suiting with the name anymore. I do apologise, Kestrel. That was rather silly of me, I guess. But, oh well. It still kind of has... no, it doesn't, actually. It really doesn't resemble a Kestrel at all. But I'm not changing the name, damn it. I've selected the name. It's a beautiful name. And this shall forevermore be the Kestrel. But on that note, I think we're ready to take this bot out into the higher tiers and see just how it does. Now, I have changed a few things, but I've already practiced with this, so we don't need to worry about doing that on camera. So I shall see you in the next battle. And welcome back. We have slightly asymmetrical teams for this one. The enemy have 2 rails, 2 plasmas, 1 medic, and 3 SMGs. We have 3 SMGs, 2 plasmas, 1 rail, and 2 medics. Now, the 2 medics could be very significant for us. Now, I'm not really sure exactly where the medics lie in the tech tree and the tier tree, but I believe that medics, they are tier 6 to start with. I think. I could be wrong. They might be tier 5. But I would be surprised if these medics have very many mediguns. Let's actually get in close. And I can check this up after the battle, in fact. No, you actually have quite a few medi guns there, so it must be tier 5. Either that or medi weapons aren't as heavily penalized as other types of weapons when it comes to robo ranking and the tier restrictions. Ooh, got an enemy up there in the skies. Let's get you pinged. Really? You're already attacking our reactor? You scallywag. Let's try and take you down, shall we? A hover? No, I refuse to believe it. That's a copter, if anything. Hello there. And about there. I actually missed every single shot. I should just hang up my robo license. Turn in my guns. I'm not fit to be a flyer. Oh, well done. Okay, where are you guys moving on to next? Because I'll supply fire support if you want to go through the cave. Yes? Okay. Then I will go and peek what's on the other side for you. Right, let's see if we can't get a little bit of advanced intel for my allies down there.
Your team has captured
Any
the right
enemies?
tower.
We've got 1, 2.
Cycle booster activated.
Let's try and take out that SMG if we can. Maybe not, though. Stuck down. Where are my allies? Oh, they've decided not to come this way. Oh, no, they have. There we are. Let's swing up and around. And back over the edge. Fire! There we go. That is one down. And possibly another in a moment. Done a fair bit of damage to him. Oh, we almost got hit there. Not sure why I always call robots hims and ships hers. It's a very weird one, that one is. You'd think it would be uniform between the two types of vehicles, but
Your
no.
top fusion tower has been captured.
Ah, there we are. I blame Transformers, honestly. I think of robots as he's.
Your team has captured the left fusion tower.
Alright, let's slow down and allow the shield to give us a bit of healing. Oh, come on. Stop gliding! It's not what I want! I haven't got any maneuvering thrusters whatsoever at the moment. Too much lift. No, that way. I'm having to try and use the currents to steer my bot. Right, there we go. Looks like we're back in this fight. Really? Ah, he was right there all along. Should have killed me when he had the chance. Okay, got a medic heading back for a little bit of healing. Well done, well done. Let's stay in this fight, shall we? Where was that rail shot? Just then. We've been spotted by something. You.
Spotted.
Fire! There we go. Let's try and take out that medic cruiser if we can. You're not getting away. Well, maybe you are. You know, though. There we go. Good bit of damage there on that rail flyer. And finish the job. Alright, let's see what's going on there. We've got a copter. Where are you going? Back down to earth? With a bump? Hopefully. There we are. And again, if I get a chance. Never mind, my allies have already taken you out. Have I lost anything on the plane so far? No, actually I don't think I have. I thought my stability had gone a little bit funny there, but appears not. Now, one thing that you have to do with the bots at this point is you've kind of got to balance them for overclock levels. There have been periods of time where, by overclocking, I've lost stability, especially with flyers. Because thrusters get more powerful and aerofoils get more powerful, but they get more powerful at different speeds. So they eventually move out of balance. They move out of synchronization with each other. The worst scenario, or rather the funny scenario, is where overclocking has driven my components out of synchronization, out of balance with one another. But then because the components have different sort of level caps on them, that eventually, once I've overclocked enough, one component stops leveling up while the other one continues to level up and eventually catches back up and rebalances. So you have this kind of middle of the game where the bot is incredibly hard to use, and then you get back to towards the end of the late game, and you go back to your regular balance. Okay, you're being annoying. Let's try and kill you, shall we? Oh, that was a terrible shot. Don't even know why I fired at that point. Please be dead.
Left fusion tower is under attack.
I would appreciate it if you would no longer be alive.
Reactor is under attack.
Someone could get around there and plasma them in the face. There we go. Got an assist there. Up to overclock level 6. Right, what's being attacked? They've only got one tower. Which one is it? The one at the far top. We may actually be able to take that off them. That would be glorious. And about down there.
SMG tank spotted.
Oh, I spotted and there was almost no point because you were immediately dead. Hello. Oh, scallywags. My aim was abysmal there. I do apologize, everyone. That was almost a guaranteed kill that I messed up. Haha! Long shot! Achievement get! It isn't actually an achievement for that. I wish they were.
Reactor is under attack.
I would have it several times over, but every single time would be down to pure luck. You fire enough wild shots, eventually a couple of them are going to hit. Right, I've lost my rudders, so I'm going to need to find a medic. There's a medic. Need to reverse.
Tower is under attack.
Let's see if I can get his attention.
Your plutonium reactor is under attack.
C9.
Plasma bomber spotted.
If my medic can get over to me, then that would be ideal. The medic is just there. Which way are you going? I'm not sure you're coming back to me. Okay, I'm going to head back to base then. See if I can't just get healed back there. Ooh. Oh, going up. Pull down. Okay, that's where the maneuvering thrusters are really helping. Especially the pitch thrusters. Because if I didn't have those, there's no way I'd be able to steer this craft at all right now. But I have no reverse thrusters, so I'm just going to have to use a wall to stop me.
Your bottom fusion tower
Oh, no, okay, there we go. Let's go. Now, the rudders are definitely the most vulnerable part of this craft, unfortunately. There we go. That's one. Oh, no. Damn it. I turned back too slow. Oh, dear. That's not good times. Let's hope you don't see me. No, you've seen me. Are you going to be able to aim at me again? Yes, you are. Well, that's awkward. Are you going to keep me here? You might. Well played. You are literally preventing... Aha! Thank you very much. See here's.
Your top fusion tower is under attack.
Have we lost all of them right now? We've lost a fair few.
SMG hover spotted.
No, we haven't. We've lost one. I think we've gained one and lost one at some point. I'll have to have another look in a moment. But well done harassing the enemy in their base. Very well done indeed. It's exactly what they were trying to do to us. But you're doing it better. I approve! Continue, my allies. And I will take back to the skies. Yes, we've exchanged towers, effectively. Right, well, I will try to get rid of this one so that we can get the clock cycle generator back, and they would also be a little bit closer to losing their shield.
Tower has been captured.
Really?
You no longer have your
Scallywags.
clock cycle booster.
They've got a clock cycle generator, which is even worse. Oh, actually, I was completely aiming for the wrong point on that tower. That was a bit silly of me. That's what we want to aim for. Let's continue to flip around, just try and burrow through that area. Again, the Kestrel is not the best bot for taking tower points because it has to be in motion and thus keeps overshooting where would be the ideal location to attack from.
Clock cycle booster activated.
There we go. We'll get this tower back. Mark my words. Only be a few moments. If I hold this position really high up, then I'm going to have a much better time of hitting that thing. And about there. Now, I can't easily shoot the lower crystals, unfortunately, so I'll start aiming for the ones on the other side and missing completely, apparently. That wasn't so great. Let's get that one down there. Okay, I'm probably going to leave my allies to take care of that tower since they are so much better at it. And I would be much better put to attacking enemies. Play to your strengths. Don't just stubbornly continue doing something that you're not good at when there's someone much better equipped to deal with it nearby.
Railcopter spotted.
Okay, I'm not sure where I'm being shot from. I had no idea where that shot was coming from. I mean, I could see... Oh, it was in the base. Okay. Wow. You actually managed to take me out really fast. Those are T7s?
Reactor is under attack.
Really? T7s and T6s?
Your team has captured
Am I in
the bottom
T6?
fusion tower. Clock cycle generator activated.
Have I perhaps
Your left fusion
snuck into
tower is
T6?
under
I must
attack.
have. Well,
Plutonium reactor is under attack.
scallywaggery. Completely missed that. I'm so oblivious. It's
Your team
painful
has
sometimes.
captured the top fusion tower.
Okay, let's flip back
Top
around.
fusion tower is under attack. The enemy plutonium crystal is nearly destroyed.
Fantastic. We are about to win. Even though I'm in the wrong tier, I think. I'm not sure. I'm going to have to double check that. Oh my goodness. If that is the case, and I've just been here struggling along with under-tiered bot and in almost every way compared to my enemies, I'm just going to weep.
Your left fusion tower
Then I'm
has
going to
been
laugh.
captured.
I'm going to laugh while I weep. More or less.
Medic cruisers spotted.
Okay, let's try and get around the other side. About there. Alright, that wasn't a bad hit. Though we do need to start disconnecting them properly. About here now. There we go. That side has more or less been completely disconnected. There we are. And back around this way, I think.
Top fusion tower has been
There we
captured.
go. We should be
No
able to
longer
pull
have
this
your
back.
clock cycle generator.
Let's get around and fire. Okay, I've lost a little bit too much of my bot now. I need to get back to our base. Hello down there. I'm afraid you're not getting back to your base the way you wanted to. Rapid transit. Via death. Hello, my base. I require new cubes. I am wounded. There we go. Alright, let's have a little bit of a swing around. Now, one of the big things that I'm seeing here is that I'm taking a little bit of damage and then losing almost all of my ability to maneuver. That's not a good place to be in. Really, really quite a bad place to be in, honestly. Hello down there.
Medic cruisers spotted.
Please don't medic me. How about I swing around and bomb you again? There we go. Being shot in the bum by someone. Not appreciating that. Lost my rudder. Haven't lost all of my ability to control. In fact, that wasn't a bad loss at all in terms of my stability.
Railcopter spotted.
Alright, let's get out here. I am going to be really interested to see what class of battle this was. If I have just snuck into tier 6 and I didn't notice until now.
SMG hover.
I mean, it's not like I'm going to be like, oh, what? I didn't notice something? How uncommon. No. It's going to have a kind of resigned sigh of exasperation, honestly. Oh, fantastic. Well done. Bombs away. And death. I like the shields along the spine of that copter, but doesn't seem to have helped you too much there. What kind of tier are they? Yeah, they're all T6. I must be... Oh, scallywags. Well, that's what I get. I will be... I'll probably have to take off like one tiny little bit off this bot, and I'll be back down in tier 5.
Your left fusion tower
That'll be the
is under
frustration.
attack.
Hello, here I come. Worry not, everyone. I am, in fact, here. In the wrong tier, but I'm here. Oh, there we go. Good game, everyone. That was quite fun. Even if I am an enormous derp. Oh, I wonder how long people were there in the comments like, no, Albert, why? Why have you done this? Why have you why have you not noticed again? But there we are. We've got 3,059 victory CPU destroyed, 5 kills, 4 assists, 26,672, and yes, 58 tier 6 tech points. Oh my lord. Was it like one? It was one block. It was one single solitary block. Oh, you. These are the T5 cubes though. That's the annoying thing. If I place that there. No, I'm still in it. What on earth happened there then? Why was I in... What? What kind of scallywaggery witchcraft was that? Game, why are you doing this to me? Oh, you. Oh well, we still won anyway. And I won in a higher tier than I meant to. But on that note, we are going to be wrapping up this episode. I do hope you enjoyed that that fight and the hilariously silly lack of observational skills that I possess. And I hope you're going to be joining me in the next episode. But until then, and as always, from myself and the muscle and blood Kestrel, do take care.